Hello there. Do you like to laugh? Are you fond of the occasional musical number? Do you secretly enjoy fart jokes and sexual innuendos? How about extremely vulgar language? If you answered yes to at least one of these, then boy howdy do we have a treat for you. The weird and deranged minds that bring you Strange Fantasy Show have dipped their toes into the proverbial soup of comedy to bring you a new program under the Strange Fantasy Productions umbrella, The Dastardly Dangerous Adventures of Darby's the Cat. Follow the infamous pirate cat Darby's and his mousy best friend Little Gary on high-flying adventures as they... Hey, what are you doing? This is a closed recording set? No, hey, get off me! What are you doing? Ow!
Else you'll get some more of me knuckle sapper!
Kick him once more in his teeth, then tie him up over yonder.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, hush it. Let me tell the good people about the show. 'Tis only proper. Now I be Darby's, the infamous pirate cat. And this is me best mate, Little Gary.
Hello!
And we've got our own show now. So join us on the adventure of a lifetime and listen in and download anywhere you get your podcasts. Savvy?
If you do not mind, we really need to get to the show already.
Yeah, we're good, mate.
Fantastic. Ghost host, take it away.
Thank you. Cue the intro. Welcome to another regaling of strange fantasy. Obscure odysseys meant to shock the nervous system and stir the very core of your soul. Tonight's tale is of things hidden in the open and underneath. Certain shared stories emerge through the loose lips of those who keep their secrets. And these fables remain just that. A tall tale to tell, and the legends remain safe within the silence of truth. In this installment entitled Mysteries of the Deep.
Two more for you, Colin?
No. The missus and I are going to call it an early night.
Grace isn't feeling too poorly, I hope.
No. Got her tour booked at first light.
Do you now? Will you be bringing them by after?
Don't you worry. I'll make sure to give you a looking.
Night, Colin.
Night, Maggie.
Night, Gracie. Don't let this one get away with no nonsense, will ya?
I'll keep him in his place, Mags. Excuse us.
Sorry. Let me get that for you. Olivia, get the door for these fine people.
Sure.
Y'all have a lovely night.
A good night to you.
Olivia, you and Melly can put the cases down over there. Go ahead and grab us a table by the window.
You got it, boss.
Evening, sir. Welcome to Fox Inn.
Hello, my good lady. Is the owner around?
You're looking at her.
Well, my name is Devon Holmes, and I'm going to need a few rooms for myself and my associates. You're not booked up, I hope?
Oh, you're in luck. This here's the slow season. Plenty of room. How many you needin'?
I'll bet you he's gonna make us share a room.
Well, it'll be the three of us for tonight, but the rest of my crew will be here in the morning. So 2 rooms for the night, and then we'll need 6 rooms total for the next 2 weeks.
You see?
A fortnight it is.
No. 2 for tonight, and then 2 weeks.
That's what a fortnight is, boss. Fortnight is 2 weeks.
Is it? Oh, how charming.
No worries there, darling. Give me a quarter and I'll have your rooms ready.
Here you are.
We don't tip in this country.
You said a quarter.
Quarter of an hour.
Ah, gotcha.
Can I get you anything else while you wait?
Yes, a round of drinks for the room. On me, please.
Oh, you hear that, lads? Next round's on this gentleman with the shine and smile. What will you have?
Whatever's on tap.
I'll be right round with your drinks.
Thank you. She'll bring the drinks in a moment.
Rooms will be ready in about 15 minutes, I take.
Oh, you heard that, did you?
Just a bit.
It's hardly my fault. Europeans invented the language. You think they'd learn how to speak it properly.
Your drinks?
Yes, thank you. Now, I need you both to head to Urquhart Castle about an hour before sunrise and set up the equipment. Then head to Inverness to meet the rest of the crew and get them and the equipment safely into Drummondoit. We'll all meet back here about 1 for lunch and to go over plans for the day. Is that all clear?
You want us to be at Urquhart Castle an hour before sunrise?
Is that going to be a problem?
It just sounds like we're not going to get much rest tonight. That's all.
We haven't even gotten a chance to get over our jet lag yet.
I don't know what you're complaining about. I have to be at the docks at dawn to meet the captain and complete an informal survey of the lock. Besides, you are being paid for your time, quite well, I might add.
We'll get it done.
Excellent. I expect nothing less. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to work the room a little bit, see what I can pick up from the locals. Don't forget, all the equipment needs to be set before sunrise. Good evening to you. Hope you're enjoying your drinks.
I knew there had to be a reason he bought drinks for everyone.
That wallet of his never opens without an ulterior motive.
Evening, ladies. Mind if I join ye?
We're actually getting ready to call it a night. Apparently we have to work early in the morning.
I overheard your friend isn't exactly discreet, is he? Well, I won't keep you. I just wanted to introduce myself. Henry Stewart. I'm part of the NIPS.
Excuse me?
Sorry, I forget myself sometimes. NIPS. Nessie Investigation and Preservation Society. One of the 3 groups around the loch dedicated to trying to find the Loch Ness Monster.
Well, I'm Millie Cotton, and this is Olivia Kind.
How do you do?
A pleasure. Cotton and Kind. You've got the names of a right detective duo, don't you?
Funny you should say that. Our boss there is Devin Holmes.
I don't follow. Oh, I see. Holmes. Like Sherlock.
That's right, but don't let him hear you say that.
He hates that association. Makes us call him boss, just so people won't make jokes.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, I won't keep you. Get yourself some rest, and let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Well, Nessie spotters look out for our own, and I'll be glad to show you around if you like.
Thank you very much.
Good evening to both of you. All right, Mags, let's break out them darts. I've got a hankering for some cricket.
Hey! Whoa! Please, wait! We need a ride! Hey!
Wait, come on!
Come on now, hop in.
Thank you so much. We were afraid we'd have to walk all the way back to town.
Almost didn't see ya. You shouldn't be walking out in the roads before sunup, not safe. We were on our way to Urquhart Castle when our car broke down.
Devin is going to throw a fit when we tell him we didn't get the equipment set up.
Well, he's the one who hired the van, so he's only got himself to blame. No worries, loves. I'll get you 2 into Inverness, and you'll be able to find someone there who'll be able to get your car sorted out in a couple of hours. A couple of hours? Nothing'll be open yet, will it? Pure luck you got me. Be thankful for that. Long walk to Inverness from here.
At least we'll be all ready in Inverness to meet the rest of the crew when they get in.
You got a crew, do you? Do I take it you're in the motion picture business? Hollywood and all that?
No, nothing so glamorous. I'm a wildlife photographer, and Melly is in veterinary medicine.
You searching for an essay? Goes without saying, ever since that surgeon snapped that photo about 30 years ago, most of our visitors come to the loch looking for the beast. Some big group's been here since '62, all using sonar and such, searching the loch,
We've got some pretty high-end equipment coming in today ourselves.
You mark my words. All your high-end toys will just end up being a waste of your money. Can't find what doesn't want to be found. And that's if it's even there in the first place. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't care less if we find something or not. No? No, I don't even believe in the monster. No offense. This is a passion project for our boss more than anything. We're just here to...
What the devil was that?
You get a lot of animals out here this hour of the morning. Nothing to fret about. Just have to be ready for him is all.
But it was huge. Did you see it, Melly?
I passed you quickly. All I can make out was a dark black shape. Your eyes are playing tricks on you, loves. That was likely just a bear. Another reason why you don't want to be walking around this road in the dark, I tell ya. Come on now, let's get to your friends.
We're just coming up on doors now. So you see that bit of open shoreline there? That's where little Caroline Ashu once saw the monster while she was building castles on the beach. Age 7. Rumour goes her parents were loading up the car in the car park when the lass started bellowing her head off. Her ma came a-running, and the wee lass was crying, saying something bigger than an elephant was coming right at her from the loch.
Ah, I see. Did she give any other details?
Said it was black as night and had a long neck, but with no head at the top, and a great black hump a few yards back.
And what time of day was this?
Oh, around about lunchtime.
I see. Look, this is all very fascinating, but when will we be heading for the shores of Urquhart Castle?
All in good time, sure. You said you was interested in sightings of the monster. And I've gone through great care to plan a route that'll give you just that.
When I got on this boat, I assumed, like most services, you'd actually take me where I wanted to go.
Yes, sir. Grand tour. But you trust that us locals know what we're doing. Now, if you look a little south of the beach ground there,
I need to get to Urquhart Castle. If you want to be paid, I suggest you take me there immediately.
Not enjoying the tour, sir?
I would love to hear about all the various sightings over the years after I have made my visit to Urquhart Castle.
1 moment, sir. You there, Gracie? Looks like we'll be changing route. We all clear to head for Urquhart Castle.
Well,
I'm doing me best, sir. If we are going to deviate from our route, then I need to make sure them waterways is clear. We take our water safety serious here at the Ness. This water's ice cold. You get tipped overboard from a ship's wake, you'll freeze before you reach the shore.
We haven't seen another boat all morning. In fact, I think...
You're clear there, Colin. You can head right on down to the castle clear all the way.
You see? Easiest thing in the world. Thanks there, Gracie. We'll be around them shores in about 10 minutes.
Take care, love.
You too, darling.
Your wife, I take it?
Aye.
Does she work for the harbour master or something?
Not quite. 'Tis a small town. If you need something done, it's just a matter of links in the chain to get what you need to know.
Oh, I see.
Don't look so glum, mister. You're going to get to see your castle only a few minutes' time.
Thanks so much for the ride.
My pleasure. If you need anything else, loves, ask for Elsie. Everyone in town knows me. I'm just a holler away. Well?
Well, what?
Are we gonna talk about it or what?
Oh, you mean the monster.
Really, I'm surprised you're not losing your mind like I am. You're the one who's supposed to be the cryptozoologist.
I'm confused.
You're confused? I swear, if Santa Claus himself showed up and gave you a candy cane, you'd ask him for his ID.
Fact is, I don't know what I saw.
Neither do I. All I know is that wasn't a bear.
That's exactly my point. We both saw something clearly enough to know that whatever it was wasn't natural, but Elsie just shrugged it off like it was no big thing.
So, what's bothering you? We see the Loch Ness Monster on day 2 and you're upset that the locals are too nonchalant?
It's not even that. We both saw it clear enough to know it wasn't a bear, right?
Oh, I see what you mean. And since she was driving, she must have seen it better than either of us.
And still says it was just a bear.
Okay, point taken. But can't we just be a little excited that we might have actually gotten to see Nessie?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I can't wait to get back there so we can check out the area where we saw it. But first...
The car?
The car. We need to get the team and the equipment back to drum the draw kid. Let's go.
Here we are, sir. The ruins of Castle Iroquois.
Yes, this'll do nicely. Let's anchor here for a while.
Whatever you say, sir.
Now let's see. Yes, okay.
What you got there?
Just some equipment of my own design. Would you just hold that there for me? Just like that. Perfect. And there we are.
What's that? Some kind of sonar?
Some kind, yes. And now for the money shot.
What in the devil's punch bowl was that? You're not exploding depth charges in the lock, are you?
Oh, certainly not. This is just something to aid in sonographic mapping.
I don't care what you call it. You can't be detonating London in the lock.
Oh, it's perfectly harmless, I assure you. You see, normal sonar will bounce back off of anything it hits. So you get all kinds of ghost images and blocked scans and things, but if I fire these irradiated pellets in a 360-degree spread, my enhanced sonar will go through just about anything and give us a true shape of what's beneath the surface.
Well, you didn't say you'd be shooting anything into the lock. Don't you know how dangerous that is?
You might lose a few fish, but it won't hurt your precious lock, I assure you.
I tell you, you can't be firing nothing off. Not explosives, not scientific instruments. Nothing is to be fired into the lock. Strict orders backed by the government.
So let them find me. It'll be good for their economy. What do you think you're doing? Do you have any idea how much that transceiver costs?
Tour's over. We're heading back in.
And what about my equipment? I hope you're planning on paying for that.
You want to tell the bobbies that you threw your illegal equipment in the lock? You go right ahead. Somehow I doubt they'll be inclined to take your action against me.
Ah, there you two are. What kept you? I said 1 o'clock. You're nearly an hour late.
Sorry, boss. It's been one heck of a day.
Oh, it's true. We've had one of those, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong kind of days.
You managed to get the rest of the crew picked up and dropped off okay?
Just about managed it, yeah.
We had a few difficulties, but we managed to work them out.
Good. That baboon of a sea captain that took me out today threw my transceiver overboard. So I'll need to swing by the castle to pick up the spare. We can go over the data and images that you recorded this morning while we're there.
About that, boss.
We kinda never made it to the castle.
All the incompetent... This is what I get for going against my judgment and hiring women.
Now, just a minute. We were all but a half a mile from the castle.
Early even.
Early when the van broke down? Well, we couldn't exactly carry the equipment to the castle, could we?
So what? You just left the equipment there in the van?
Can't say we had much of a choice.
Thousands of dollars of equipment and you abandon it in the middle of nowhere?
Now wait, you booked the van.
Oh, I don't have time for this. Let's just have lunch and you can take me out to the castle and we can pick up the equipment from the van on the way.
You actually waited for us to have lunch?
We're touched.
Don't be. That cow of a barmaid has been ignoring me. I swear it's malicious hostility.
I'll go order. Melly, why don't you tell Mr. H what we saw on the way up to Inverness? I think it might improve his mood. Hello.
Welcome to the Fox Inn. What can I get for you, lass?
Might I recommend the special? You can't beat a good Scottish salmon. Give her 3 specials, Mags. You can put it on my tab.
That's very kind of you.
Just consider it my welcome to the neighborhood.
3 salmon. You want that with neeps and tatties?
However it comes, it'll be fine, thank you.
I'll just fetch your drinks.
So, rumor is that you and your friend struck gold and caught a glimpse of old Nessie while you were riding with Elsie this morning. Is that right?
Whew, news travels fast in these parts.
Impossible to keep a secret in a small town, I'm telling you.
We saw something. Elsie seemed to think it was a bear, but...
But?
Well, the 2 of us, Melly and me, we've both seen all sorts of wildlife before, and... Well, frankly, this wasn't anything we recognized.
It was right, at first light, from what I hear, and I'll wager the morning fog was more than a wee bit heavy, too. Hard to make out your own mother in those conditions.
For someone who's part of the Nessie Investigation Society, you sure seem quick to write it off.
I'll tell you a wee secret, darling. I've been at this for more years than I care to count, and I hear all sorts of stories from folk passing through these parts. Most of them turn out to be fakes. Some make it up just for the attention. Some of them just see what they want to see. So I keep myself a healthy skepticism. That's all. Truth told, I've seen what I think could be old Nessie more than a handful of times. But nothing I couldn't talk myself out of once the excitement had cleared.
Here you are, loves.
Thanks, darling. Enjoy your salmon. And, word of advice. Don't be setting off guns or explosives or nothing in the lock. Your boss there tain't made no friends with the mischief he's been up to.
Slow down, boss.
I can't believe you saw the monster and didn't say anything. That should have been the first thing out of your mouth.
If I would have known you were going to yank us out of there before we even got a chance to have lunch, I wouldn't have said anything.
How much further?
It's hard to say. It was dark out.
You might have a better chance at recognizing it if you'd slow down.
Oh, all right. You better be keeping your eyes peeled.
Will do.
Boss, there was a guy back at the inn, Henry Stewart. For some reason, he was under the impression you were setting off explosives. Any idea what that was about?
Oh, these local idiots are taking exception to my enhanced sonar mapping equipment. It's like having a radio in the Dark Ages. A few less brain cells and they'd all be trying to burn me at the stake as a witch.
I thought you said the local ordinances wouldn't allow the use of the enhanced sonar.
I did. I never said that it had stopped me from using it, did I? Oh, don't worry, it's not going to damage their precious lake.
I don't feel comfortable.
Here. It was here.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
Not much sign of anything having been through here, is there?
No, there's not. Ground here is relatively soft, but there's no tracks. Any sign of anything?
No. You?
There's a gap in the trees here. A few broken branches and the like, but it could be just from farming machinery or some such.
What about you, boss?
No. There's a bit of disturbed earth back there, but looks more like something's been dragged than anything you could call a track.
If it is primarily an aquatic creature, then it might not have traditional tracks. Something more like a seal, maybe, where its body is pulled along by a set of flippers?
Maybe. I'd still prefer something more conclusive. I'm going to send Janosch back here in a bit to get some samples, just in case.
Melly, boss, come, quick!
What is it? What have you found?
It's a man.
Oh, good grief.
Melly, quick. Help me see if we can find a pulse.
I'm not qualified to work on people.
You can still look for a pulse now. Help me.
That's the arrogant son of a bitch that threw my transceiver overboard. Oh my goodness, what's happened to him?
I don't know. I don't think he's breathing. Anything?
You're clearly wasting your time. All you have to do is look at the man and you can tell he's beyond help.
No pulse. He's cold. I think we're too late.
Fat chance of me getting compensated for that transceiver now.
Would a little compassion kill you? The man is dead.
So what do we do?
Come on, back to the car. We'll notify someone when we get back to the inn.
Hadn't we better take him with us?
Better not. If it's a crime scene, we don't want to risk disturbing any evidence.
Come on!
anything happened to him?
No idea. I say they look like crush injuries, but there was no marks on his body. You gotta turn around, boss. The town's back that way.
We're not going to town.
You said we'd tell someone in the inn about the body.
We will. When we go back this evening. We've still got to get this equipment from the van and get set up at the castle.
What?
You can't be serious.
Do you realize what I had to do to arrange this expedition? How many people I had to bribe? How many people I had to blackmail just to get the equipment? We are only here for 2 weeks and we've lost practically a whole day, not to mention the loss of valuable equipment.
You blackmailed people to get the equipment we needed?
Oh, don't be naive. The business world practically runs on blackmail. Now, forget about the dead man for now. It's not exactly going anywhere. Gary, I want that data logged before dinner. Scott, see if you can get some of these cables cleaned up. Someone trips and damages the scope. I'll make sure you have to swim home.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Hello, Henry, is it?
That's right.
You're one of the NIPS, aren't you?
Nessie Investigation and Preservation Society.
That's right. You were there when we reported finding that unfortunate tour boat captain. Did they end up figuring out what happened?
Boating accident, I believe.
I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met.
Forgive me, this is Duncan McDermott. Runs a local paper.
A pleasure.
Thought he might want to come by and check out your setup. If you don't mind, of course.
No, please, let me show you around.
Quite the setup you have here, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you. I was lucky. Pretty much given whatever I asked for, with the caveat that we only get to do a 2-week expedition.
That's not a lot of time to find something people have been looking for decades, is it?
Well, that depends. Is it better to work long or work smart? And don't touch that, please. It's very delicate equipment.
What is it?
Proprietary technology. I can't tell you much, but it'll allow us to get a better idea of the underwater topography of the loch, as well as any hidden areas that were hitherunto not found.
And that?
Those are for identifying auditory anomalies, adapted from military technology used for picking up coded messages. You see, we're not merely looking for visual confirmation of the monster. We want to find out where it lives, what it sounds like. By the end of these 2 weeks, I'll know what it likes on its toast. So, Mr. Stewart, you're the expert. What do you think of our modest setup?
Impressive. But you do seem to be awfully concentrated around the castle.
We are.
Well, the loch is over 30 kilometers long. Why so concentrated in this one area?
Well, you see, I've read reams and reams of material on the monster. Sightings, time of day, scene, size, shape, color, etc. And you have to take it all at face value. Some of them are going to be fake or mistaken sightings.
Aye. I was just telling your last friend.
But once you start eliminating sightings that don't match up or vary too much from the most reliable sightings, you do get to some reliable data. Now, the most reliable sightings all have a few things in common. They all involve a pitch-black object that moves at relatively high speeds, sometimes protruding above the water, sometimes staying below the surface, and most of the sightings are concentrated around this castle. Now, it's my theory that there are underwater caves beneath us that house the creature when it's not roaming about.
But people have mapped the loch before, and sonar hasn't shown any evidence of caves.
But they didn't have my technology. Melly! Melly! Can you come here and explain what you're up to? This is Melly Kind, veterinary medicine.
Veterinary medicine?
Yes, Mr. H wanted a complete team. We have experts in animal behavior, photography, sonar, radiations, ballistic engineers, marine biology, speleology. We're a diverse team.
And your area of expertise is veterinary medicine? I'm sorry, but I don't see how that relates.
Well, I'm trying to identify a number of things. Food source for the creature, behavioral patterns, sedative requirements.
Sedative requirements?
Yes, thank you, Melly.
Even I didn't know better, I'd say it sounds like you're looking to do more than find proof of the monster.
Well, let's just say if I take the effort to do something, I go all in. And let's keep it at that. Melly, would you show Mr. McDermott around the site? You can give him a rundown of the operation.
I was in the middle of...
Thank you, Melly.
Right this way, Mr. McDermott.
Go on.
Huh?
Say it.
I'm sorry?
I can see it written all over your face. You're concerned. You're concerned that I'm going to pull off what all these other expeditions have failed to do and make you look bad. American shows up out of the blue, twirls a few knobs, and suddenly every other expedition is sent home with their tail between their legs. Am I right?
Well, it would be a little embarrassing at that, I'll admit.
Oh, don't worry. This expedition is only the beginning. Once we find the caves, they'll have to be mapped. The creature will have to be studied. There'll be plenty to do.
Is that right?
So I don't want you to just see this as the end of your study. Just think of it as the beginning of the next chapter.
Very kind of you. I have to say, Mr. Holmes, you're no lacking in confidence.
That's the only way to get things done.
What's happened over here?
We're not sure. We're thinking sabotage.
Sabotage?
We all left for dinner the other night, and when we got back, the cables had all been torn out.
Torn out? I'm sorry to hear that. Will you be able to fix it?
We have an electrician. He's putting things back together as we speak. You see, Henry, I don't leave anything to chance. We're leaving the site guarded from now on, just to be on the safe side.
Any idea who would do such a thing?
Well, Maggie, the innkeeper, said it was probably some local kids looking to let off some steam.
Sounds likely.
Huh, does it? You've had similar trouble, I take it?
We've all had our share of troubles over the years.
Is that so? You see, I had a different theory. I think it was probably a rival expedition. Someone who wasn't happy with the competition.
I hope you're not implying what I think you're implying.
Oh, Henry. Now, I'm sure none of your nips would do anything so reckless, but like you said, there are several groups working toward the same goal around the lock.
We work together. We don't sabotage each other.
I'm glad to hear it, because like I said, we learn from our mistakes. And I'm sure you can too. We're under guard now. You should do the same with your equipment. And I'm sure those kids would appreciate knowing that if they think they can mess with any of our expeditions again, that we're ready for them this time.
Duncan!
Aye?
If you got all you need, I think it's time we were off. Thanks for the chat, Mr. Devlin. With this lot, I'm sure you'll have some success in no time. You ready, Duncan?
I think so. Thank you, Miss Kay. A very impressive setup you have.
Anytime.
A good day to you both. Good day.
Goodbye.
Bye. Good day. Well, that kind of news coverage must make you happy.
Get back to work.
What do you mean I'm fired?
I thought it was pretty self-explanatory.
You can't just fire me. I haven't done anything.
Oh, no, it was your job to guard the equipment. You failed at that task. Your services are no longer required.
I can't believe this. Guard duty was never supposed to be part of my job description. You hired me to take pictures.
Your job description is whatever I say it is. Your room and board will be paid through the rest of the venture if you wish.
Only because I'm sharing a room.
But you will be expected to make your own arrangements home if you wish to return home sooner. Now, please vacate the premises.
I can't believe this.
What was that about?
The prick fired me.
He didn't. You're kidding.
Nope. He said because someone snuck in and disabled the cameras while I was on guard, I clearly didn't have the best interests of the expedition at heart.
Well, I mean, what happened? How did they get by you?
I have no idea. I sat right behind the entrance of that bridge the entire time. You were all at dinner.
I'm so sorry, Olivia.
I'm just so frustrated, you know? I was hired to do photography, and I just feel like I've gotten to do everything else but.
So, what are you gonna do?
Nothing I can do. My ticket home isn't valid till next Tuesday, so I guess I'll just hang around and take some shots for myself until then.
I'd quit with you, but...
Don't do that. The only reason why he isn't cutting me off completely is because you and I are sharing a room.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm packing up my equipment. What's it look like?
Oh, no. I fired you. Your equipment is still leased to this project for another 7 days.
Ugh, you've gotta be kidding me.
Any equipment used on my project is my property until such time it is over.
Can't believe this.
Olivia?
I'll see you back at the inn.
You can never tell a Scotsman to leave them Russian hills. For a Scotsman home will forever be where he tests his skills. His heart will feel the longing to be amongst the green. 'Cause the Scotsman home is the fairest place that ye have ever seen. Come on, hey diddle diddle, and hi do ho. Hey daddy diddle yo. Hey diddle diddle, hey diddle diddle, hey daddy diddle yo.
Aggie, get Melly a drink, please.
Are you okay?
I'm great. Getting fired by that bastard was the best thing that could have happened.
Oh, who's this lovely lass?
Sorry, where are my manners? Norman? This is my friend Melly. Melly, this is Norman. Thomas, Hannah, Fat Pete, and Chicky.
Oh, that's not his real name. But we call him Chicky because he's so cheap.
What can I get you, Gracie?
Just a pint.
You got it, love.
Oh, begging our pardon, lassies. Gracie there'll be needing some company. Oh, hello, love. How are we feeling this evening?
They're a real sweet group of folks. Fat Pete was a POW, you know? He's got some stories that you wouldn't believe. Hannah made every piece of furniture in this tavern. What?
I've just never seen you drunk before.
I'm not drunk. Norman! I'm not drunk, am I?
Course not, lass. You're practically a teetotaler.
See?
Come on.
We can't leave. Aggie's bringing your drink.
Come on, time for bed.
Just one more. Just stay a bit. Meet everyone.
Excuse me? You work for that feller what's up at Arcot Castle, right?
Well, I used to.
You should be ashamed of yourselves, coming into our land, disrespecting our rules, disrespecting the lock. They ought to charge the best of you for Colin's death.
You had nothing to do with that.
Why can't you people just leave well enough alone? We have rules in this country.
Now, Gracie, that'll do.
They tain't got no respect.
Let her go, love.
It's their fault, and they're just gonna get away with it.
I know, love, but you know we can't make a fuss. Come on. This ain't gonna solve nothing.
No respect.
We're sorry about that, lassies.
Why is she blaming us?
You know, 'tis just easier to blame outsiders. You sorry again.
You alright?
Oh, that's my good mood gone.
What do you think that was about?
Maybe she found out we waited to report her husband's body.
It's not that. She blames Colin's death on that boss of yours.
Former boss?
That right?
Yep.
Well, good on you. Anyhow, if your boss hadn't have been shooting things off in the lock, he never would have damaged
Maggie!
Huh?
A word, love?
Right, sorry. I was forgetting myself there for a minute. Excuse me, love.
Wait. What was that you were saying about our boss damaging something?
Oh, I'm just a bit peaked. Don't mind me none. Been a long day and all. Excuse me now.
Now, what do you suppose that was about?
No idea. But look, they're all riled up all of a sudden, aren't they?
Right? I've had enough of this.
Where do you think you're going?
If Devin won't give me my equipment, I'll go and take it by force.
You can't just walk onto the side. Everyone knows you were fired.
Well, then I'll have to be careful, won't I?
Hold on. Wait for me.
You don't need to come. This is my problem.
Shut up and give me the keys. Come on. I'm not waking up tomorrow to find that you've driven yourself into the lock. I don't know how I let you talk me into this.
Honestly, neither do I. Okay, looks like it's just Gary. You distract him long enough to let me sneak around behind him and across the bridge. Once I've reached that wall there, you follow.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Tell him Devin is making you collect the sonar data so he can go over it before coming up to the site tomorrow.
It does sound like something Devin would make me do. Alright, just don't get caught. Hey Gary, can't believe how cold it's getting at night here, can you? I just came to collect some data and Olivia, where are you? If you're joking, ass is passed out somewhere.
Melly!
Olivia, don't do that. I thought you were going to wait by the wall.
Shh, quiet. Come, look at this. Keep low.
What am I looking at?
See over there? By the bank?
Oh my god, is that the monster?
Look closer.
It's not moving. Is it asleep?
That's what I thought at first, but look how stiff that bit is. Animals don't sleep like that. It's a vehicle. The damn stupid Loch Ness Monster is some sort of land-sea vehicle. I'm guessing that bit is like a periscope.
It's so black, like it's literally the blackest black I've ever seen. It almost hurts to look at.
I know, it makes it really hard to photograph.
Where are you going?
I gotta get closer. I can't get a good shot from here.
Has it occurred to you if that's some sort of submarine, then that means somewhere around here is whoever was driving it?
Well, then you'd better keep watch, hadn't you?
Why do I always let her curiosity get the better of me?
Millie! Are you alright? You need a hand?
Shh, Gary! No!
What? What is it? Hey! Don't move!
No, Gary, don't.
I said don't move!
Oh!
What do you think you're doing, Millie? You're trying to get yourself killed!
You might have hit Olivia! What the heck are you doing with a gun anyways?
Devin gave it to me. He said I was to shoot any intruders, and if anyone got by me, I'd get the sack.
Never mind that. Come here quick. Look, it's gone. I don't understand. I don't understand. I didn't hear it move, did you?
Didn't hear what move? I thought you were getting the sonar data.
No, you don't understand. It was the monster. Well, I mean, it's not really a monster, but it's what everyone thought was the monster.
Millie, what are you talking about? There's nothing there.
Look, Olivia got some pictures we can show you.
About that. Why is Olivia here exactly?
Don't ask. Just... Olivia!
Millie, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. Oh my god, you better not have shot her. Olivia!
There's no sign of her.
I don't understand. She's gone.
Millie, take a look at this. I think I found her camera.
Oh my god, what's that?
I think it's blood.
Sorry, lass. Closing down for the night. Pour you one for the road, but you'll need to bring back the glass.
The Loch Ness Monster. You and at least some of the people around here know more than what you're saying. I need to know what you know right now.
Don't take your meaning, love.
We know it's some kind of a vehicle. It's not a real monster at all. It's a big, black, some sort of land watercraft, right? Want me to show you the pictures?
You got pictures. Well, best to take them into town to be developed in the morning. You might have a real treasure there.
Yeah, somehow I don't trust your little town to develop them properly. Fortunately, Olivia has everything we need to develop them ourselves. Now, are you going to talk to me, or do I need to show these to my boss? I don't have time to play these games. This is important.
Wait! Just wait. Come sit. Sit here a spell.
So, what is it? Some sort of military craft? Is the Loch Ness secretly some kind of testing site you've been keeping hidden? Look, I need to know. My friend is missing. She may have been shot.
What do you mean she was shot?
We were up at the castle site and someone got shot. It was either Olivia or whoever was piloting that watercraft, but someone is hurt, and I need to know what's going on.
Give me a minute. Hey, it's me. No, everything is not all right. We need to talk. I've got an emergency. Got one of the lasses here from the group set up at the castle. She says someone was shot tonight. No, at the castle. It might have been. No, she doesn't know, but there's something else. She knows about the monster. About the vehicle. I don't know. She hasn't said. All right. We'll wait for you here.
Well?
They'll be here in a few, and we'll tell you what we can.
What hit me? I feel like I've been through a cement mixer. Ow! Oh, that's right. I got shot. It doesn't look too bad. Okay. No idea where the heck I am. Okay. Hello? Hello? Anyone? Wow! Anyone there? Oh, okay. Where am I? There's the submersible. So, either a cave near the lock or under it. I'm guessing under. Ah! Well, Devin may have been wrong about the monster, but I guess he was right about the caves. That bugs me a lot more than it should. Hello? Look, someone clearly brought me here, so I know someone has to be around. Hello? Hello? You? I don't understand.
Well, where to begin?
Thank the heavens you're here. The wee lass was coming and said someone was hurt, and she know about the monster, and I didn't know what to tell her.
'Tis all right, Maggie. You done good.
I'll be in back if I'm needed.
Your name is Duncan, right? I met you at the dig site the other day. You're a reporter, and you're the woman that picked us up the other day and took Olivia and I to Inverness. I don't understand. You're behind all this? Why? What do you have to gain from it all?
From what Maggie said, you and your friend came across old Nessie, right?
If you mean your fake monster, yes. What is it? Some kind of weapon? Something you stole from the military? Or is it something you've made for the military? Oh, heavens no, if the military ever got a whiff of that thing. I don't know what we'd do.
You see, lass, we none of us ne'er built Nessie, nor did anyone bring it to the lock. It's been there for as long as anyone can remember.
But how? I saw it. That thing is very advanced. Are you saying it's some kind of artifact from where? Space?
Or a part of the Earth we can't access.
I don't believe it. I catch you engaged in some sort of espionage and your answer is to feed me something out of a Jules Verne novel? It's true. If it's true, then why all the secrecy? Why hide something like that from the world?
We cannot say.
And where is Olivia? Whoever was driving that thing of yours took her and she may be hurt.
Look, we'll see to your friend. You have my word. But we must get you a promise. You won't be telling no one about Nessie.
It's not safe.
Duncan, I just got transmission. One of them's hurt.
You mean one of the deep folk?
That's right. Grace is down there now. Said this lass might be able to help.
What?
Friend Olivia says Manley here is a veterinarian.
Olivia's with Grace? I can't bring her down there. I'll get Dr. Sumter.
He's away visiting his ma. Grace says it's urgent.
Excuse me, what are we talking about? You really are a veterinarian? Yes. And have you worked on aquatic life? I mean, it's not common, but yes. Come with us. Hang on, I haven't agreed to anything. Now, what's going on? You want answers, right? Of course. Then that's where we're going, and you're very lucky. You'll save a life in the process. Now, come on. Where? The caves under Yorkworth Castle. You gotta get to ride in Nessie after all. Oh, that was wild.
Manley!
Olivia!
Are you okay?
Oh my God.
I was
Oh
so
my God.
worried.
You're okay? Are you alright?
What happened to
I
you?
saw the blood. I
Oh
didn't know.
man, you'll never guess what I found. Quickly! This way, we don't have much time.
Will you please tell me what's going on?
They didn't tell you.
Not much.
Well, you know how we found Nessie?
Yeah, and it turned out to be a fake.
Well, it is, and it isn't.
Good you're here. I don't think it'll last much longer.
What am I looking at? It's almost like a merman, but with those fins are almost like legs.
Melly, these are the creatures that live under the lock.
Not to trivialize your shock, but can you help him, please?
Oh, right.
Apparently, they lived under the lock for generations. Nobody knows where they came from, but all the locals have made a pact to look out for them and keep them secret.
That's why we were sabotaging your study. Usually we get more warning and everything moves slower. But your group was hitting the ground running.
That's why we hit so many problems. The truck didn't break down. They'd let the gas out because they were trying to keep us away from the castle until the merfolk were safe back in their caves.
Well, that explains a lot. Is Henry in on it too?
No. My husband, Norman, Maggie, all those locals work together and keep the merfolk out of his way. He and the Nips don't cause no harm and keep the right amount of interest in the myth alive. It wasn't until your boss showed up that there was trouble.
Devin was firing his sonar equipment into the lock. When he did, he damaged the Nessie. Grace's husband was trying to help get it to shore to help fix it, but because of the damage, they lost control and...
And he got caught underneath? I'm sorry.
Me too. Are you able to help him?
I think so. I've got the bullet. Its biology isn't exactly familiar, but I think it's close enough. Elsie and Duncan weren't exactly clear as to where they come from.
We don't know exactly.
They can't communicate with you?
Not exactly. They kind of, sense what we're trying to tell them.
And it's the same in reverse. You kind of feel what it's trying to tell you.
Fascinating. How many of them are there?
We've only seen a few at a time. They can live outside of the water, but only for a limited time. They use Nessie when they need to reach the sea or other locks.
There, that should do it. Olivia, you're hurt.
It's only a scratch. I saw Gary taking a shot at our fine flipper friend here and try to pull him out of the way. Whoa! Stand back. It's trying to stand up. It seems pleased.
I think it knows you saved its life. Both of you.
You're welcome.
You are just a beautiful creature.
I think it wants to know what you intend to do now.
Ah, there you are, Manley. You were supposed to be at the castle an hour ago.
Devin, I was meaning to have a word with you.
That's boss. Remember? Now get your stuff and I'll drive you to the castle unless you want to lose your job.
About that.
She quits.
Excuse me?
I promised Olivia she could tell you. Take some of the edge off from whenever you fired her, you know?
Well, if that's what you want, fine. Your rooms and expenses are, from this point, your own problem, and that goes for the both of you.
We've got them covered. They're locals now. A roof and a bed for as long as they want it.
Fine. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have an expedition to return to. I still intend to find the Loch Ness Monster.
You mean this?
What is this?
That is a genuine photo of Nessie. And here's the kicker. It's not a monster. It's basically just a fancy submarine.
What? I can't... Now, how did you get this?
Just a little initiative. So, since there's no monster, I guess you can pack up and go home, can't you?
Oh! So you're all in on this, are you? Trying to make me look a fool? Well, we'll see how you feel when I expose your little monster as a tourist scam.
About that, we recommend that you don't.
Oh, do you?
We do. You see, the lassies brought to our attention you gave one of your men a gun the other night, and he took a shot at one of our own.
I have the right to defend my property.
That there's castle's public property. You can't be shooting anyone for just being there.
You also fired off some illegal equipment in the loch. Equipment which damaged our fancy submarine, which led to the death of my good friend Colin.
You get more than a fine for that.
Fortunately, these good people have agreed not to file charges provided you pack up and leave by tomorrow.
And keep quiet about the fact that there isn't really a Loch Ness monster.
This is extortion. Blackmail.
Yup.
Fine. Keep your fake monster. I'm sure that the stupid thing is the only reason anyone comes to this disgusting little town in the first place.
Aren't you forgetting something? My photo?
Here's your stinking photo.
Yes.
Whoa, I'm impressed, lassies. I took big old brass ones.
So what are you both gonna do now? No idea. We came here to discover the Loch Ness Monster and discovered mermen instead.
But you can trust us to keep your secret.
At least you got your photo there to remember Nessie by.
Yeah, I suppose I do. But I really don't need the temptation.
You know, you really need to come up with a more permanent solution, though. Devin won't be the last to bring in such high-end equipment.
Yeah, what you need is some sort of cover.
Your boss gave me a bit of an idea there, actually. A local friend of mine moved to Hollywood a few years ago. He says they're looking for a place to do a Sherlock Holmes movie.
And?
Well, my dad always said the best place to hide a tree is in the forest. And what hides a fake sea monster nobody knows about? Better than a fake sea monster everyone knows about.
You mean, if a proper Hollywood fake Nessie sings in the loch, then anytime someone sees the real one, they'll just think it's a prop?
Oh, you are clever, Duncan. Clever.
Maybe you two could be consultants or something.
Well, I don't know about that. Movies have never really been my cup of tea.
You make a good point, though. What are we gonna do now?
Well, I suppose there's always the abominable snowman.
Strange and fantastic are the things best left to the weird shallow depths of myth and truth. Thus concludes tonight's strange fantasy. Tune in next time for another look into the strange and obscure.
Strange Fantasy Show presented Mysteries of the Deep. Written by Michael Song. Produced by Ashley Scarbro and Travis Scarbro. Original score by Dyssent. Additional score by Travis Scarbro. The players of tonight's tale are as follows. Carmina Manley as Olivia. Ashley Scarbro as Millie and Elsie. Michael Song as Devin Holmes and Norman. Morgan Clyde as Maggie. Shane Hill as Henry. Ty Anderson as Gary. Akasha Villalobos as Grace. Heath Allyn as Duncan. And Travis Scarbro as Colin.
Strange Fantasy Show is created by Travis Scarbro, and Strange Fantasy Show is copyright 2021 Strange Fantasy Productions, all rights reserved. Any and all characters appearing in this work are fictitious, and any resemblance to real persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Strange Fantasy. I'm Travis.
Ashley here.
We're the creators, writers, and producers of the show. And we just wanted to take a quick second to let you know that if you like Strange Fantasy, be sure and show your love by subscribing, downloading, and rating the show on iTunes, Spotify, or any of the many platforms we exist on.
And for exclusive rewards and merchandise, or just to donate to our cause to help us to continue to thrive, be sure to visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/strangefantasy. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram by searching Strange Fantasy Show for updates and haunting original art. All this and more can be found at our website, strangefantasyshow.com. From Strange Fantasy Productions, we do have a brand new project out called The Dastardly Dangerous Adventures of Darby's the Cat. It is available anywhere where you get your podcast.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.